Currently driving my Mercedes GL 450 to check out a car, Toyota Prius. It's like an hour drive away from my house, and I'm currently averaging 21.2 on a highway, which is actually not pretty bad for a large SUV. And this is currently around 212,461 miles. So I'm like around 8 miles away from the destination. So we'll see if the car checks out. But so far so good. So I got my Prius at the back using a towing dolly. So I got it from Ottawa and I'm gonna return it in Kansas City. So I think including the insurance, it cost me like around $72. And currently I'm averaging around 18.9 or 19 miles a gallon. And yep, it's like 121 miles since I've driven it today. So I think it will take maybe 150 miles, I guess, to reach home. So I'm gonna be home like probably the next 30 minutes. My new to me Toyota Prius 2007. Yep. Got to put this down. Got some dual collision on this one, but the previous owner tried to fix it temporarily. Seems to be okay. No major damage. The ignition coil number 4 on my Prius. So basically you just have to disconnect this fuse or relay assembly here. It's held in by two 10mm bolts, and then this one 10mm bolts also over here, and then you just disconnect the plug. So looks like spark plug seems to be okay in there. We put the flash. So what we got here is a Bosch spark plug, and it's still in pretty good condition. Looks like it hasn't been firing. I don't know. Yeah, there's oil in here. Oh well, let's try swatches. Spark plug number 1. Still the same. So I think they replaced all the spark plug here, and it's actually pretty new. Yep. And then the ignition coil on this one is like pretty old. Looking at it, probably original. Yeah, I think they replaced ignition coil 4 already. But ignition coil is bad. I could see like sparks flying here, and if you look at that, yep, there's a tear on this one. So that's why cylinder 2 is misfiring. So I got the coils taken care of. I need to buy a new one. I just put dielectric grease on that crack there. And then that's my temporary setup for the battery. Basically that battery is pretty much dead. I don't know if I could revive it, but previous owner said that it's probably dead for 6 months. So yeah, I'm gonna try turn this on and see if we get misfires. Okay, so the engine is actually behaving now. There's no misfires. You can see it charging. Yep, it was terrible with the misfire, but I think it could happen again once that dielectric freeze. I don't know if it melts or probably dries up. But yeah, that dielectric grease on that crack actually helped. Problem with the firing. So So yeah, it's way better when parked now. I couldn't feel any shaking or knocking sound, but yeah, that's one of the indicator when your ignition coil or spark plug is bad. It sounds like the engine is knocking, but actually the engine is fine. I think the problem I have now is pretty much the battery. So I have the P8380 code, which means replace hybrid battery, and it shows that block 7 is very weak. So most of the battery block has around like 16 volts, 16.4, 16.45. Block 7 is somewhere between 15.8, 15.6. I think it's 15.8, I guess. So it's way below than the rest of the cells for the block. So pretty much I'm gonna replace two of those, because looking at the status, all the blocks are within specs except for block 7. Hopefully that will fix it. Yeah, the cells right now, I think the better ones cost like $50. I could probably buy something between 30 and 40, but I don't know. The source could be shady, or we don't really know if they're good enough. So I'm gonna try test driving these around. I noticed too that there's oil in the spark plug and then the ignition coils. So there's a possibility that I have to like put in a new cloud cover seal gasket on this one. But I think we're making progress. I don't know if the battery will be revived, but I'm gonna pull it out and probably try slowly charging them for like for 24 hours. See if there's progress on that battery out. So I got the positive terminal here and then the negative. And then I have to like take out all this back container. So I got to disconnect the wiring in the bracket, and then get this one. There's no indicator like how old is this battery. Yeah, batteries plus don't do that. It looks like the crack that I have here on cylinder 2, on ignition coil 2, when I put the dielectric grease, it actually sealed up the crack, which is interesting. Yeah, I'm going to fix it by for $5, actually $6, by just replacing this one, the boot. Yeah, just replace this boot. Actually the kit contains also the spring there, but yeah, I'll just replace the kit that I bought from Amazon and from UK. So it has the seal on top, and then the boot, and then there's the spring there. I think I only need the seal is still okay. I just need the boot for that. They look somehow identical, although the NGK seems to be longer. It's in place. So I'm gonna put a dielectric grease on top of the boot, and then I've got some dielectric grease on top of the boot. So this is how the cells are looking, or the block, battery block. So voltage V07 battery block. I'm only getting like 15.6, which is like a 1 volt difference from the rest of the modules or the rest of the blocks. And if you look at the car right now, you got all the lights. Yeah, and then actually it's nice that it's still charging. It's just that it goes on and off. Yep. So I'm just trying to charge the hybrid battery to like maybe 55%. But yeah, block 7, module 7, which is like the centermost block, is actually dead. I mean, it's like there's a 1 volt difference.